Hello, Facebook Live. Super excited to be here on a Monday afternoon. So it's hashtag Monday or hashtag Marketing Monday, rather, on my Facebook page because Mondays are the times where I like to come on and just give you a tip, a tool, or technique, something to help you with your marketing that you can take throughout the week, take throughout the month, or even take throughout the year. And the way that I do that is I focus on one word, just one simple word that you can focus on that helps you with your marketing strategy. And the word for today is events. So I'm super excited to talk about events, especially since I just finished my business brunch, the Power of Peace business brunch on Friday. So I really wanted to jump on Facebook Live and kind of talk about the marketing strategy of events and two ways that you can use events to grow your business and why it really, 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 really works. So I'm super excited to talk about that today. So in addition to the word for today being events, I also like to just introduce myself in case you come across this Facebook Live video and you don't know who I am. I am Nadine Mullings, the creator of the Best Marketing System. And BEST is actually an acronym for the 4 foundational marketing strategies that I teach my clients so they can grow their business, make more money, get more clients. They need to learn 4 foundational marketing strategies that help them to do that. And I am the creator of the best marketing system that does that for my clients. Who are my clients? My clients tend to be women entrepreneurs and business owners, specifically service-based businesses. So I work with a lot of coaches, consultants, advisors, and I help them with their marketing strategies. That is who I feel called to serve and who I love to work with. So that is who I am and who I serve. So let's get into the content for today on hashtag Marketing Monday. So as I mentioned, the word for today is all about events and how you can use events as a marketing strategy. And I want to talk about events in 2 ways. The first way is attending events on a regular basis, especially if you work from home or you're a solopreneur. Sometimes we can get stuck in the house and stuck just doing our work. But it's so important to get out there and meet people. And there's 3 types of events that I want to talk about that you should be attending. So the first strategy is attending events. So the first type of event is a networking event. These are events that are hosted just so people can come and network, get to know each other, make connections. Living in Atlanta, I want to say is one of the top cities probably in the United States for networking and events. There's something that goes on in Atlanta in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening almost every single day of the week here in Atlanta. So this is a really hopping city when it comes to networking events. But you can get overwhelmed because there are so many events. You have to be very strategic as to what type of events you're going to attend. So you want to attend networking events that are going to have either your prospects, people who are your ideal clients that attend that event regularly, or partners, potential partners, people that you could potentially partner up with, especially if it's industry type events. So for me, since I'm in the marketing industry, going to marketing networking events will be good to find people to partner up with, collaborate, be JV partners. That would be a great strategy. And then since most of my clients are, or my ideal clients are women entrepreneurs and business owners, I attend a lot of women networking events here in Atlanta. So think about your industry and think about your ideal clients and what networking events can you attend on a regular basis in order to build relationships and make connections. So for me, I set a personal goal of 2 networking events a month. When I first moved to Atlanta, I networked like crazy because I didn't really know a lot of people here. And I was building my network and making connections. So I probably did 1 month a good 10 networking events. But that can be very costly and it can be exhausting too. So you want to be very strategic about the events that you attend. And now I have limited myself, since I've grown my network and I have a good network here in Atlanta. I've limited myself to just 2 networking events a month. So I pick 2, and those are the 2 that I attend, and that's it for networking. So, in addition to networking event, another type of event that you should be attending, uh, I usually go on a quarterly basis, at least once a quarter, workshops and seminars. So, workshops and seminars are good for networking, but they're better for education. It helps you grow your business and to learn new things. So, think about what skills that you could be using in your business, and what workshops or seminars that you could be going to, whether it's locally or in another state. Make sure you're strategic about educating yourself and learning and growing, and making sure that you attend events like workshops and seminars on a consistent basis. Like I said, for me, I attend one workshop or seminar on a quarterly basis in person. That's going to help me to build my business, learn new things, and also grow my network at the same time, because you do meet a lot of good connections at workshops and seminars and educational events. So the third type of event for attending, remember we're focusing on attending as being the strategy, is conferences. Conferences are huge. Conferences are usually 2 or 3 day events. A lot of times they're out of town, but because I live in Atlanta, a lot of conferences here come here in the Atlanta market. But I've attended conferences in Dallas, Texas. I've attended conferences in Chicago. So think about, what is that one key conference that you can go to for the year, where you can make awesome connections, whether it's prospects and partners. But conferences are great to attend, and at least have one conference, 1 to 2, because it can get costly, especially if you're going to out of town conference. Between the flights and the hotels, it can get costing. So my recommendation is, try and schedule at least one conference, maybe 2 conferences for the entire year. So the first strategy and way that you can build your business is by attending events. So the first one is attending. And I talked about attending networking events, attending workshops and seminars, and then the third thing was attending conferences. So the first strategy is all about attending events. And trust me, the connections that you make will grow your business, as long as you are strategic in the type of events that you go to, and you're strategic in following up. This is where a lot of people drop the ball, with the connections that you make at those events that you attend. All right, so the first strategy was attending events. Let's talk about strategy number 2, but I'm going to get a sip of water before we talk about 2. All right, so the second strategy for events is hosting events. So, as I mentioned when I first started the broadcast, I just finished hosting my quarterly business power brunches that I do here in the Atlanta market. And the one that I had on Friday was all about the power of peace. I actually got this t-shirt that I'm wearing today. Not sure if you can see it with my name there. Peace is the new success. So I got this t-shirt from the brunch, from the featured guest that we had in speaker, Sherry Riley. The event was awesome. It was an intimate event, and we had about 14 ladies in attendance. And the event, I can't even say enough about how great the event is. But as far as strategies, and when it comes to using events to grow your business, hosting an event consistently is a great way to grow your business. It helps you grow your email list. It helps you to be seen in your community when you host events. So there are a lot of benefits to hosting events. The downside of hosting events is it's a lot of work. I'm not going to lie. If you decide to host events and put hosting events as a part of your marketing strategy, it can wear you out. That's why I only do my business brunches once a quarter. So I'm only doing 4 for the year. But some people, they do events monthly. And when it comes to hosting events, you have to think about, what type of events do you want to host? And I go back to the same 3 events that we talked about for attending. You can host a networking event. I know this works for a lot of business owners that actually host a networking event where they invite other entrepreneurs and professionals to their event on a monthly basis. And that helps them to grow their network. They meet new people, they make connections consistently because they're hosting a monthly networking event. So think about whether that would make sense for your business and for your personal marketing strategy. If you would want to take on hosting a monthly networking event. I used to host a monthly networking event here in Atlanta for my group called Independent Ladies Club, which is now rebranded to Leading Ladies in Business. And I did that for actually a couple of years. But again, events and hosting events can be exhausting and can take a lot of energy and effort in doing them. So I actually stopped hosting monthly networking events a couple years ago now. And I'm doing something new with Leading Ladies, which will include hosted events. But think about for your business, do you want to host a monthly event? And if you want to host a monthly event, do you want it to be a networking event? You can also host workshops and seminars. We talked about a couple of Facebook Lives ago about the importance of teaching and how teaching really makes you show up in the marketplace as an expert and an authority. So a part of teaching, you can teach online and offline, like we talked about in that Facebook Live that was focused on using teaching as a marketing strategy. So if you decide to use teaching as a marketing strategy, of course, you're going to host your own workshops and own seminars and invite people to attend those workshops and seminars specifically about the topic or industry that you're an expert in and you have authority in. So think about, does that make sense for your business and for your industry? Do you want to consistently host a workshop or a seminar and invite people to them? Again, events take a lot of time, effort, and energy. So if you are thinking about doing workshops or seminars, think about the frequency. How often do you really want to do them? For me, I'm trying to do in-person workshops at least once a quarter, and I do my business brunches at least once a quarter. So that is my strategy for workshops slash seminars and networking events. And the third thing is hosting conferences. So this is a really advanced strategy, but you can actually host your own conference. A lot of people do it. I know a lot of business coaches do it in the marketing industry and in the business industry. They host 2 to 3 day events, long events. Again, a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of energy to host those types of things, but you are able to reap the benefits because you're seen as an expert, you're seen as an authority, you're building community, people get to know you better. In person is, I believe, at least 2 to 3 times more powerful than online, because when you make a connection in person, people remember you more than you do when you make connections online. That's why events, specifically what I'm talking about, are in-person, offline events really work well to grow your business. So think about it. Is a conference something that you see, you could use in your marketing strategies? That's something that you really want to do with your business. For me, I did a conference. It was actually a one-day event, but it was more of like a conference, purpose, profit, and passion conference, 2 years in a row. I didn't do it last year. I did it 2 years in a row. And it was really great. It was an awesome event. However, it took a lot of time, effort, and energy, and it was time, effort, and energy from the day-to-day of my regular business. So I kind of stepped back from doing that conference last year and decided to kind of rethink what I was doing as far as events for my business. So just like anything else, you have to have a really good strategy around the events that you are hosting. What do you plan to do to follow up with those individuals? How are those events leading to actual leads or business for you? So you have to be very strategic when hosting events. So as I mentioned, the word for today is events, and how you can use events to market your business and grow your business. And as a quick recap, we talked about 2 ways that you can use events: attending events, and we talked about 3 types of events you can attend, and also hosting events. And I talked about the same 3 types of events that you can host. So I want you to think about it. If you don't already have it in your strategy for 2018, think about whether that will work for you and it fits in or resonates with what you want to do to market your business. Because when it comes to the marketing strategies, there's 1,001 things that you can do to market your business, but the strategy has to resonate with you. If it doesn't resonate with you, you're not going to want to do it. So that's why it's key to really think about, does this resonate with me? Is this something that I can do? I can see myself doing, even if it means pushing myself outside of my comfort zone to do it. Can I see this as a marketing strategy that I want to use for myself and for my business? Take another sip of water. Whenever you get on Facebook Live, you tend to get a little bit thirsty. So that was a word for today, all about events and how you can use events to grow your business, make connections, connect with potential prospects, connect with partners. Events really are the fastest path to cash when it comes to growing your business. Online marketing is awesome and it definitely works, but traditional marketing such as events still works. So attending events and sometimes works better and is faster to cash and business for you. So attending events and potentially hosting events should be a marketing strategy that you are thinking about. So I always like to end these broadcasts by basically saying it's important to have an awesome week. It's Monday, it's the beginning of the week. Whatever you have planned for this week, make it awesome. Have an awesome rest of this week. And I also like to end the broadcast by simply saying it's important to do your best. We talked about this in the brunch on Friday, showing up in the marketplace in excellence, doing the best that you can do. It's not about perfection, because perfection is a lie. It's about excellence and doing it to the best of your ability. So it's important to show up in the marketplace, no matter what industry you're in, no matter what type of business that you have. Do your best, show up in excellence, and trust and believe and know that God will do the rest. If you are walking in your purpose and you are called to this work, God will always show up and show out and help you with the work that He has given you to do. So do your best and God will do the rest. Thanks so much for watching. If you're watching on Facebook Live, thank you so much for watching. If you're watching on the replay, go ahead and put hashtag replay in the comments section. And I do thank you for taking the time out on this Marketing Monday to listen to this marketing message. And if this message resonated with you in any way, shape, or form, go ahead and put thumbs up. Go ahead and like it, share it. It helps for this message to get out in the news feed to other people. So I do appreciate if anything in this message resonated with you, I do appreciate you if you like it or share it. Like it or share it. All right, so that ends the marketing message for today. So thank you so much for joining me on Marketing Monday. Thanks, guys. Enjoy the rest of your week.